Now back to Pam and Gary on Canton's Morning News.
17 minutes before 9. News Talk 1480 WHBC. I can't believe it. It's here. Tax season is actually here, too. We've got spring. We've got March Madness, but it's April Madness we want to talk about right now.
Yeah, a lot of people are trying to save a buck, and they're trying to get their taxes done by themselves and not really, have to pay somebody to do it. And I don't know, sometimes that's a good idea, sometimes it's not. But right now on our WHBC Newsline, we bring in CPA and IRS problem specialist Joe Mastriano. Good morning, Joe.
Yes, good morning. Glad to be here.
Well, I am a person who I've had my taxes done for me over the last 4 or 5 years. I used to do them back in the day, but they got a little confusing. And now this year, I am considering doing them myself because I don't really want to pay out all that money. Does that seem to be the trend now?
Well, it is, because what's happened is people go to these, national tax preparers or local companies. They don't go to CPAs. And they're wising up because these people, they're not experienced tax professionals, so they just get software and they put your information in, spit the return out, and I'm finding out a lot of them charge more than what we do. And it's crazy, and people are wising up because they can get a free copy of Tax Act or TurboTax and throw the numbers in there and read the instructions themselves.
Yeah.
So from that standpoint, I don't blame them for doing that.
Well, I think a lot of folks, they don't really need the CPAs or those folks to do them. It's relatively simple for a good percentage of people, isn't it?
Well, but things have changed. I agree with that. There's a lot of people that, they read the instructions and they say, well, okay, I itemize, but I have my contributions, my medical, and I understand it. And for those people, they're not going to get extra. We have some people, they come in and they do their own returns, and when it comes to line-by-line changes, the changes are few. So, yes, there's those people. But I need to tell the listeners that the IRS is really hungry for money now, and they're ordering people left and right. And one big reason is, I've got a lot of people coming to me now who want all their deductions, don't want to be afraid to take deductions that are red flags, and they want to make sure they're not audited. And so what we do is have them file the return right before October 15th, and they match the W-2s and 1099s. We get the wage and income transcript. They're not available until the end of August, beginning of September. And so if you wait and get that information and match it up, and then here's the key, the last part is to document the return. Taxpayer has the receipts. It's business versus personal. If you let the IRS, what's going on with the rules and the laws, and that you have all the support and you're ready to argue your position, I don't know one person that we've done this for who was ever audited. So that's why you go to a CPA, licensed CPA firm. You can Google Killer IRS. You get to my website. I have valuable free information. But Gary and Pam, that's why people should not send a return in themselves, because there's a lot more to the situation than just putting your information on the correct lines on the forms.
Yeah, and people get anxiety ridden over taxes. It always just seems easier to ask somebody to do it for you, and then
I have anxiety.
I have
anxiety just taking that big garbage bag filled with everything and plopping it on your desk.
Yeah, I have anxiety when you do that.
Very good. CPA and IRS problem specialist Joe Mastriano. We appreciate your tips this morning.
Well, thank you.